Hello, students. Mr. Morris here. There might have been some confusion today about the school being open or not due to graduation. But anyway, I've made this video to help those who are not here, and everyone's doing well. And hopefully, we'll see you in person tomorrow. Okay. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you. All right, at this point, everyone hopefully has Onshape open. You guys good? Okay, I'll give you a second to go ahead and get it open. We are going to be working with the Revolve feature today. We've been working with extrusion, but we're going to work with Evolve. You in? Jacob, you in, buddy? All right, cool. Riley, you good? All right, here we go. So again, it always starts out the same. Go over here to where it says create an arrow down and select document. All right, today we're going to name this EX3 dash, just so that we know it's not an extrusion, it's a revolution. I'm going to call it Rev A, Rev A. Well, maybe we better spell that out because Rev A could also mean revision A. So exercise 3, revolve A dash and then your name. So my name is Ed, so that's why you see the day. It doesn't really matter as long as you know, again, this is our exercise 3. We're doing a revolution today. Maybe, I guess I could spell out revolution, but I guess that's fine there. Actually, I could just make it, it doesn't matter. As long as you're somewhat close to that name, that's fine. I'm going to select create. All right, so this is pretty cool. There's a lot of applications and need for this to do revolutions. So I'm going to go ahead and select sketch. And again, 99% of the time, Mr. Morris is going to select the front plane. And when you do that, you see the sketch plane is turned on. All right. Now over here, top right-hand corner is our view cube. I'm going to go ahead and click on front. All right, and I'm going to scroll out a little bit here. Now, what we're going to do here is I'm first going to draw I'm going to call it a construction line. So go to the line command right here. Oh, before we do that, Mr. Morris does this every single time. It's because Inventor, when you use that software, the default is English units, but not the case here. He just close this out. I'm sorry. Close this out and go to the 3 bars here. Click on the 3 bars. And we want to come down to workspace units. And we want to change millimeter to inch. All right. Sorry about that. I do it every single time. I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyway, I'm going to select the green check mark. All right. Now we'll try this again. Sorry. Go to sketch. Click on this plane. All right. Here we go. I promise this time we're really going to do it. Go to the line command right here. Click on line. And then I'm just going to anchor the line at the origin, click. And it doesn't really matter how long this line is, but I am going to just give it a value here. So click it and type in 3, enter. All right. And then hit the escape. Now, I don't need that dimension there. I just need the line. I made it 3 inches. So just do a right click on the dimension, a right click, and go down to the bottom where it says delete dimension and delete it. We don't need it. Okay. Now, I'm going to draw another construction line that I'm eventually going to delete. But for right now, please go to line. And I'm going to start right here at this point. See this point right here? It will snap to it. Click and come up a little bit. And I want you to click and I want you to type in 0.5, enter, and then hit the escape button. Now, what am I doing here? I've got this line is going to be used for our axis of rotation or axis of revolution. And this is the offset, okay? So now I'm ready to start my profile. Everyone with me? Okay, cool. You guys are doing great. All right, so I'm gonna go to line here, and I'm gonna click right here at this point. See this point right here? It's gonna snap to it, click, and I'm gonna come over this way and try to keep it straight. And I'm going to click, and I'm gonna change that to 6, enter. All right, then I'm gonna go up this way, and I'm going to click, and I'm going to change that to 2, enter. Now I'm going to come this way to the left, making a left-hand turn here. Click, make that 1, enter. Okay. Come down, I don't know, we'll come down 1, this first one. Come down, click, make this 1, enter. Come over this way. We're going to make it 1 again. So I'm going to go click, type in 1, enter. I'm going to go back up, but I'm not going to go all the way back up to 1. I'm going to come back up to maybe 0.5. So I'm going to click, type in 0.5, enter. Am I going too fast? Okay, good. Let me know. You're not going to hurt my feelings if I'm going too fast. I'm going to come over this way. Okay. And I'm going to do a left click and I'm going to type in 1, enter. All right. We are building our profile. I'm going to come down this way. I'm going to come down about, I don't know, about 0.75. So I'm going to do a left click, type in 0.75, enter. Then I'm going to come over this way, 1 inch. So I'm going to click, type in 1, enter. Okay. I'm going to come back up 0.5. So I'm going to click, type in 0.5, enter. Come this way to the left. We want to go 1, click, type in 1, enter. I'm going to come down. This time I think I'm going to come down. I'll come down 0.75 again. So click, type in 0.75, enter. And I'm going to come over here all the way to the end now. Okay, now watch what happens when I move to the left. You will see it stop for a brief second. That's because that point is now lined up with your initial point. So we are going to stop right there. Going to click and we're going to enter. You may not have to enter because it already knows that it's even with that point. And come here and close the profile. Click. All right. Now, enter. Don't worry about those red lines right now. Just hit your undo. Hit your undo arrow. All right. Now we're good. You see all those red lines you saw? Don't worry about that. That's that kind of worrisome at first. You see this line we created initially, this 0.5? I don't need that anymore. So do a right click on that and come down and say delete sketch entity. All right. I hope you have something that resembles this. It doesn't matter if you're off a little bit, but I'm hoping that it's close to what we have. All right, I'm going to click on the green check mark here, and I'm gonna put this in the isometric view. All right. Now, usually when we do the extrude, we'll just click on extrude and click on our region, extrude it, right? Well, this time we're going to revolve. It's the icon right next to extrude. See this? Click on revolve and then click inside the profile. Click. That highlights the profile. So now it knows what it wants to revolve. All right, now see where it says revolve axis. Click in there and then click on this, our construction line that we created earlier, and select the green check mark. Does your geometry look like this? Okay, cool. All right. Now, I want you to undo it for just a second. Okay, do an undo. And this time I want you to go to Revolve. I want you to click inside this region. And I want you to click on Revolve Axis. And I want you to click on this line right here. And then click on your green check mark. Okay, do you have this? All right, hit the undo. Now watch this. What we're going to do is I want you to go to Revolve. Click on your region here. The revolve axis would be this one. And it looks like that. Okay. See all the possibilities we have here? But the one that we're going to make a drawing out of is going to be a little bit different because I want to show you how to use a section view today. Okay. So go ahead and hit the green check mark, but then hit the undo. So, Mr. Morris, which revolution are we going to use for our drawing? Well, here's the one I want you to use. Okay. So go to Revolve, click inside the region, and click on Revolve Axis. And look, I want you to click right there. All right. So you can't see anything really. And that was really my point. I didn't want you to see the internal details. Okay. I'm going to show you how we can make a drawing that will show the internal details. All right, so we'll go ahead and select the green check mark. Okay. Now, again, you can look at this if you want to a little bit. You can see the inside a little bit there, right? All right, so this is our part. I'm going to go ahead. I've gotten to the habit of once I'm done with the part, you don't have to do this, but it's just a habit with me. I'll cut off or turn off the planes, right? Click here, see the little eyeball? That hides the plane. They haven't gone anywhere, you're just hiding them, okay? Now, if you wanted to create a nice, you could make a PNG file of this, right? You just go up here to the three little bars here and come down to print. And you can see right away that the part, in my case, is bigger than what? The border here. So I'm going to rotate my scroll wheel, hold down the scroll wheel and move my geometry within the border. And then I can download the image. I'm not going to open it up because I'm always afraid that I'll lose my share. But here it is. If you want to open it up, you can, and you'll see what your part looks like. Again, you might not like this color. You can always click on it, right click. You can edit the appearance of this part. And I don't know, we used some weird colors yesterday. Maybe we'll use green this time. Okay. Use whatever color you wish. All right. Later on, we'll add material we'll add a material to it. I'm gonna click on the green check mark. So that's my PNG. If you were going to send a picture to another designer at another company and you want them to see what it looked like, you could do that. Or someone who does not have CAD, they don't have CAD, they can't open up your part, your drawing, right? All right. Now, of course, they can always create them an account, and then you can share stuff between you. That's one good thing about having a cloud-based software. You can share stuff. All right, so now we want to go up here. Not up here, excuse me. I'm sorry, I'm so used again, I've got an inventor on the brain. Come down in the lower left-hand corner, you will see a plus sign right here. See that plus sign? And we want to create a drawing right here. And the only one that I have available to me is this template. And say okay. You should be able to just click on the part and bring it in like this. This is the parent view. So I'm gonna click, come over this way, watch. I'm gonna click, and I'm gonna hit escape. That doesn't tell us too much about our part, does it? It doesn't show us anything that's going on inside. Now, don't do this. Just watch me do it for a second. I mean, I could click on this and come up to where it says show hide, and I could show the hidden lines, right? That's okay. I mean, that does show you what's going on. That's not real complex or nothing. But we could do what they call a section view, where you have an imaginary cutting plane that goes across the entire length of the part and to show you the internal details of the part. So I'm gonna do that here. Please, I will go ahead and leave the hidden lines here. Normally you would not do that, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Um, let's see. Hang on just a second. Sometimes Mr. Morris loses his, okay, right here where it says section view, right here. Click on that, please. Now this, you have to be careful with this. Select horizontal. See horizontal? Click on that. Now, you're going to bring this, now watch, you're going to bring this line down here. It's going to snap to the midpoint, click, and then go up. In some ways, this is easier than what? Inventor. And there you go. Isn't that beautiful? It's a beautiful thing, right? Miss Morris, you better be careful. You're turning into Martha Stewart. All right, now I'm going to pull this down some. I haven't tried this yet, so please just bear with me for a second. I'm not even sure if this is going to work. So sometimes I like to try things and sometimes I do it live. But I'm going to see if I can project this view. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, and it's okay if I can't. So go right here to projected view right here. Click on that, right? Come over here, click on this view, and I'm going to see what it's going to do. It's going to do what I thought it was going to do. Click. All right. Yeah, I'm not too crazy about that. So now one thing about Inventor will show you the cut, right? It will actually show you, and so will Fusion. Will show you the cut part, the imaginary cut part. Everyone still with me? Good. Y'all doing great. All right, I'm going to undo that. So I'm going to hit escape first. Sometimes if you don't see the undo button, just hit the escape and it would take you back, to your geometry. Back, get you out of that mode. I'm not going to use isometric view. I'm just going to delete it if it's okay with you guys. I'm going to spread out these views just a little bit, give me some more room to dimension things. Um, I'm going to, uh, this is section AA. I don't really want to get rid of that label. What I want to do is just kind of move it down here just for a second like that, if you don't mind. I want to create some space here between the label and where I'm going to place my dimensions. I'm going to use what they call datum dimensioning here. Datum dimensioning takes a reference point and all the dimensions are from that point. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Right here is, we worked with this yesterday. This is a dimension tool. And go ahead and watch. Click here and here. Now watch this. Now you won't have enough, you may or may not have enough room to place your dimension here because I've got it 3 decimal places. Click, hit the escape. All right. Y'all get that dimension? All right. Now you can always move things around as you run out of room. Okay. So you can always move the views around. Now I'm going to place another dimension. Again, I'm using the datum dimensioning here. Click here, look, click here, drag it down. That looks good. Click, hit escape. I might want to move the label. You just hold down the left mouse button. You can drag the label around. Let's put another dimension in there. All right. We're going to click here and here, bring it down. You kind of stagger your dimensions. You want to leave the spacing roughly about the same between them. Hit the escape button. Again, I keep adjusting this, but this is fine. There's no problem in doing that. I'm doing datum dimensioning. Everything is from one reference point. Machinists like this, okay, when they're writing their CNC programs. There's also one called chain dimensioning. Problem with chain dimensions, have a buildup of tolerances. All right, that's 4. What do you think next one's going to be? All right, should be 5, right? I hope it is. It's not, I did something wrong. All right, one more. I'm going to move this label. I'm just going to move it over here for a minute. Move this down. So y'all doing great, by the way. I'm going to put this dimension in right here. Oh, sorry, I went to the wrong one. Thank y'all for putting up with this absent-minded professor here. All right. Now I like that. That looks good. I do want to put a center line through the middle because it's cylinder. We have a center mark here. Mr. Morris, how do we put that center line in here? Well, I'm going to cross my fingers here and hope that this works for me, but I'm going to click here and I'm going to click on this line. Now, see how it puts that center line there? Now, if you hit the escape and click on this, I think you should be, yeah, should be able to drag it. Were y'all successful in doing that? Am I going too fast? All right, cool. That shows you the center line of the part. So having that center line and having the center mark here, it gives you basically is telling you it's cylindrical, right? I'm going to move this up just a tad here. Okay, move this down some. I'm going to move, oops, I don't want to do that. I'm going to put my section view right here, section AA. That's important to keep there. You can double click on that. You could change that if you want to, but we don't want to change it. Okay. So leave that as section AA. Now, we don't really need to put any dimensions down here because we've already put them all up here. In fact, we don't even truly need this. Well, we do need this view because that's the view we put our cutting plane through. Okay. See the AA? That's if you were to put the arrow on top of your head, right? Like this, you put the arrow on top of your head. The arrow is showing you what direction you're looking at the part if you were to cut it. And what would you see if you were to cut it there? Looking down, you would see this. Does that make sense? All right, we do have to give a diameter. We could put it here, we could put it here, but I'd rather put it over here. All right. So if you come in here, remember we have to go to the diameter tool right here, click here, and there you go. By the way, before I forget, this class is a required course for the mechatronics program. However, if you decide to do something else different, it also counts as an elective course. So it will count in two other programs. Just for your own information, if you decide to do something differently, students do it all the time, right? All right. So now we need to fill out our title block. That's very important. If you go down here to these tabs, remember that's our isometric view, or that's that's the part file, okay? And this is our drawing file. Now, we want to come down here and fill this out. You can leave drawn by you. This should be automatically filled in. Click on checked. This should also be you. You may have to double click on it, okay? This should also be you. Double click on the date. You're checking your own work first. Okay. Now, click on the green check mark. Approved. You're going to want to probably put me there. So you can just put my last name. You don't want those lines though. So you can just hit the backspace and get rid of those lines. Select the green check mark. Okay, click right here. And again, you could put a date here, and we'll just go ahead and use the same date. I'm going to get rid of those lines first. Hit the backspace, 05. All right, click on the green check mark. All right, now we got to come over and do our title block. For right here, if you don't mind, I'm going to double click on this. I'm going to put in VPs, but I am going to get rid of this. Just hit the backspace. All right, click on the green check mark, and then below it here, we can put, our file name if you wish, EX. The beauty of Onshape is you don't have to post anything in Canvas at all. It's saved automatically in your account, right? Means you can access your parts anywhere. So it's EX3 dash Revolve. Mine's Revolve. You can put the name of your file, okay? I don't know how you named yours, but I'm not being too critical with that. And get rid of, okay. Is that good? I mean, what we might start doing, if it's okay with you, we might start, let's do this for now on. I just thought of something I thought would be better. Put the name of the course, and then here, not there, sorry. BPCC, All right. You got that? Any questions with that? All right, I'm going to show you one more thing today. Then I really want to give you something to try on. I'm not going to penalize you. I just want to give you a little exercise to see if you can do it. It's going to be an extrusion problem. Do you feel comfortable yet to do that? Just to give you something to practice. I'm not going to grade. It's a participation only. I'm not going to grade it. The whole point of this class is try to build you up to do well on that certification test. All right, so I'm going to come around and check. You should have this part, whatever color you chose to paint it here, and you should have this drawn. Okay. So I'm going to stop this video. I will post this video in Canvas. I know that some of you still haven't, still not able to get in there for some odd reason, but I'll check on that. So I'm going to stop my share and I'm going to stop my record. So I'll be creating another video here in just a minute. It's short, much shorter. Stop the video. Yes.